What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day today and I hope it gets even better from watching this video. I am a little bit sick right now, okay? So excuse the sniffly voice. I hope it's not too distracting, but today we're talking all about 10 tiny habits, little tiny small switches you can make to your routines and habits to actually create and keep a clutter-free clean home. This took me a while, okay? As a former lazy, messy girl, I've got you because it took a lot of trial and error, so I'm gonna share the best tips with you. And these have been proven to work by me, okay? If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Nika, welcome. I make videos all about self-improvement and I like to make them very actionable. Here are the tips, the tricks, so you can actually make a significant change in your life. So if that works for you, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe and check out my social media if you wanna see more of my personal life. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing you're gonna do is very obvious, but in the mornings, you're gonna get up, you're gonna make your bed, and you're gonna open up all the windows to air out your home. This is something I started doing every single morning, and it makes me feel so much more put together, first of all. If I do not make my bed, I am very tempted to get back in, okay, and have a lazy day. So this helps you to be more productive also. But airing out your home is really good for your health. Obviously, we wanna breathe in fresh air, but it also makes your home feel very clean and fresh. Obviously, you should do this at least twice a day, but we can just start with once in the morning, okay? Let's keep it simple and small. The second tip is one of my favorites and it's literally a game changer and it is so simple. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna think of the places where you usually make a mess and you're gonna think of a very simple solution that you're gonna place where you usually make a mess. For example, the infamous chair that you never sit in because it's always filled with clothes. So what you can do instead is get a really nice hamper or whatever solution you can think of that looks good and goes with your home. Put it next to the chair so you can start putting clothes in the hamper instead of on the chair. It's such, again, a simple solution. It's really easy for your mind to be like, okay, I'm not gonna put it on the chair. There's our hamper right there. Another idea, if you have a couch and you have a bunch of blankets and you never fold them and you wake up and you're just like, oh, this looks like a mess, you can get a little cute woven basket, again, whatever goes with your decor, and you can just throw the blankets in there. You don't even need to fold them. It looks cute next to your couch. Again, a very simple solution in place of where the mess usually is. Also a solution for your entryway. If you're one of those people who gets home and just throws their wallet, their purse, their phone, everything everywhere, you can get a little hook for your keys. You can get a little bowl where you can put all this stuff in, or even one of those nice shelves that's made for your keys and your wallet and all that stuff. So again, you're creating solutions in place of where mess usually accumulates. The next one is something we usually don't really want to hear, but it really does make a big difference, and that is to just consume less, to spend less. Less stuff obviously equals less mess, and if you don't have a lot of stuff, usually the things that you do have their own place because there's enough room for them. So you can take some time to declutter and then create better habits when it comes to spending. I have a whole video on this if you want to dive into it that I'll link down below. I've been on this whole journey of simplifying my life, whether it's just my lifestyle, how many things I do in a day, my use of social media, spending habits. I've really been focusing on that. I also have a video on that, by the way. And I've definitely seen that that has trickled down to my home, and I want my home to just be filled with things that I genuinely actually love and are meaningful to me. And there's actually an amazing class that I've been watching that I highly recommend on Skillshare, and they're actually sponsoring this video. So if you're interested in this topic, if you want to minimize your space and create a space in a life that's much more simple, easier to breathe in, just calm and peaceful, then I highly recommend watching this class by Erin Boyle. It's called Everyday Minimalism, Find Calm and Creativity in Living Simply. And I feel like it's such a good entryway for this topic. It's such a calm video, first of all, but it also gave me a lot of inspiration, ideas, and practical solutions of how to simplify my home even more. I highly recommend checking that out. But if you don't know, Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. It has thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, productivity, freelance, and more. And Skillshare is amazing because it can really help you to take your career, your side hustles, hobbies, or passions to the next level. They also recently added 3 new class categories: creative career, creative inspiration, and AI and innovation. So there really is something for everyone. For me, for some reason, fall has always felt like a small little New Year's. I always get super motivated to like work towards my goals and improve my life, especially before the new year actually starts. So I just feel like it's the perfect time to take advantage of Skillshare, learn something new, and just add more knowledge to whatever you've been working towards. And Skillshare actually gave me an amazing offer. So the first 500 people who click on my link down below will actually receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can get started today. Okay, now let's talk about habit stacking. So this is where we're gonna add a tiny little cleaning organization habit added on to your existing habits. So a personal example, whenever I have to hand wash certain dishes, I always scrub down my sink afterwards. And it seems like such a small little action because after I've done the dishes, I'm in the zone, and then cleaning the sink seems like the simplest thing to add on. Whereas before I would sit down and be like, oh, I have to scrub my sink, so annoying, I hate it, it's gonna take forever. Now it's just a tiny little simple thing that in my mind takes no time because it's become such a habit. I don't even think about it. You could eat out of my sink. It is so clean. Another thing that I do, I hate brushing my teeth, okay? I hate it. I find it so boring. So what I started doing is just picking things up around my apartment to literally pass the time quicker, and by accident I clean up so many things just because I hate standing there and like brushing for 5 minutes. So now I have something else to do and I clean at the same time. It's amazing. Another one that I do now, it's like second nature. It seems so easy. I don't even think about it anymore. Whenever I wash my hair, which is around like 2 to 3 times a week, when I blow dry it, there's usually quite a bit of hair in my sink and also on the floor. So every time I'm done blow drying, I just wipe down my sink fully. I have these like cleaning wipes that not great for the environment, but they get the job done. And I do the floors also. My bathroom is really small, so it doesn't take a long time at all. But again, it's become such a small thing that I now do like 2 to 3 times a week, whereas before I would leave it off until I had like that deep cleaning day, which literally took up the whole day because I had so many things to do. And now most of those things get done like throughout the week and I don't even notice it anymore. Another one I added recently, right before I go to the grocery store, my fridge is usually pretty empty. I'm by myself, so there's not like that much food in the fridge. So I just wipe it down really quickly again with the cleaning wipes, quick, easy, no problem. And same thing as I've mentioned, it's now not even something I think about. Like cleaning my fridge is not like a whole ordeal anymore. The last one I want to mention that I do, I'm sure you can think of so many more that already like naturally fit into your daily routines, weekly routines, whatever. For me, I listen to podcasts a lot. You could also do this with an audiobook if you watch the news regularly. So as you're listening, you can just really quickly get something cleaned, pick up after yourself, clean a few dishes. The next one is very obvious, obviously, to put things back in its place. Again, simplifying and minimizing is gonna help with that, but there's also tiny little changes you can make. I'm sure you can think of a few, but one of them, for example, is if I'm grabbing a jacket out of my closet, it's usually on a hanger, I will leave the hanger out, like you can put it on your bed, on your couch, wherever, somewhere where you are gonna see it. So then when you come back, the hanger is right there, you can just put it back on the hanger into the closet. So that's one example of little hacks to put things away and clean after yourself. The other one is to have the end of the day cleanup. You could also do this in the morning if you're more of a morning person. Again, with the habit stacking, whatever you usually do in the evening, whether it's you watch a show, watch the news, a sports game, whatever, you can take like 5 to 15 minutes to just clean after yourself very quickly. And again, because we're habit stacking, these habits become kind of like second nature, I feel like, a lot quicker, and it doesn't really feel like you're doing this monumental job that you need to put on the to-do list. It comes very naturally. The next tip is to make cleaning very easily accessible. So that means to have cleaning devices, cleaning products readily available wherever you need it. So for example, I have a little cloth next to my sink in my bathroom because whenever I wash my face or brush my teeth, the water kind of gets everywhere. So I just wipe it down every time I'm done, and that kind of also gets rid of dust and stuff. So nothing really builds up because I do it again so naturally, and the cloth is right there. Also having a squeegee, I think that's how it's called, the little like thing to wipe down glass. So I have that in my shower. I can just wipe it down and then I don't have to scrub that shower glass so frequently. This is something I haven't done yet, but I am really excited. I'm about to order it. These little brushes, they're meant for washing dishes, but you can put dish soap or cleaning supplies in it. And I plan to keep that in my shower because my shower is built not in a very smart way. So water kind of stays in certain parts around it and it just kind of looks gross. Like after even showering like 3 times, it just is nasty. So just having that there, quickly rubbing it down like 2 times a week, and my annoyance with cleaning my shower will be resolved. I'm gonna put you on another cleaning thing that you absolutely need. It's these wipes. This is how they look like, and they're very like buttery. I don't know how they're called in English. I'm gonna try to find it and put it here. I keep these in a little box in my bedroom because I have a lot of surfaces in my bedroom where it gets dusty and it needs to be wiped down, and these are amazing for that. A lot of the time, if I'm on the phone, for example, I would usually walk around, and now I just grab one of these and like mindlessly wipe things down, and I don't even notice that I do it. These are actually meant to go on like a mop. Again, I don't know if that's how it's called, I'll have a picture, but you just put this on, and I leave a clean one on my mop at all times, so I can again just quickly grab it, wipe things down when I'm on the phone, when I'm watching a podcast, a sports game, whatever I'm doing. The next one is to schedule those deep cleaning days. I honestly don't really need to have a lot of them anymore because I kind of clean things as I go a lot more now because of all of these tips. But there's still things that I don't really think about, like cleaning the dishwasher, cleaning the washing machine, washing the windows, cleaning the oven, the freezer, whatever it is. So it's really helpful just to have a day once a month and get one of those or 2 of those done, whatever you need, and maybe clean the floors, whatever needs to be done. Just have that locked in your calendar so that you don't forget, and also like have a plan for it, what you're actually going to clean on that day. I feel like that helps a lot also. Okay, there's construction going on next door, so I really hope you cannot hear it. But the next tip is for those things that you put off, that you don't enjoy doing. For me, that's dishes. I do not like doing dishes. I have a dishwasher, but there's certain things that you cannot put in the dishwasher, and I put those off, okay? So a few little mental tricks I like to play on myself, okay? This is literally you being delusional. One of them is I tell myself I'm just gonna clean 1 plate, and then I clean 1 plate, and obviously I just end up doing the rest. The next one is to put on a timer or one of your favorite songs and say to yourself that you're gonna do it in that amount of time. And again, even if you go over, you're already in the zone, you just wanna finish it. Easy peasy. The last one for me is I just literally force myself to think about how annoying it's gonna be to do it way after, like hours later or the next morning. It's gonna be so gross, so annoying, and I don't wanna deal with that, so I'll just do it right now. The other tip that I love is to use trays. So for example, on my kitchen counter, I have a lot of little small things like salt, vinegar, olive oil, honey, and even though they were in the same place, it just looked a bit messy and not put together, so I just put a little wooden tray underneath them, and it kind of tricks your eye to feel like it's one item. It just looks much more put together. So wherever you have situations like that, just think of putting a tray. Again, it doesn't have to be a wooden one, whatever goes with your style, and that instantly makes it look a lot more put together. Okay, now I have a bunch of random little solutions, tricks you can use that I've learned from mostly the women in my family, okay? Number 1, use these for your floors, surfaces. They're amazing. Number 2, wherever you have those high surfaces, like the top of the closet that always gets so dusty, and I will be honest, I forget to clean that, so it's really hard to clean after it builds up after a while. So my grandma actually puts newspapers on top of those high surfaces. Obviously you cannot see it because it's pretty high, or if you don't want to do newspaper, if it's visible, you could also do these ones and just put it all over the surface, and then you can literally just take it down and put on a new batch. Easy. Oh, it's just lovely, isn't it? I forgot to mention this one while filming, but I highly recommend putting some essential oils like lemongrass, for example, inside your toilet roll so that your bathroom / your toilet area can smell really nice. Now let's talk about toilet cleaning and toilet cleaner brush and solution. First of all, again, this is not good for the environment. Sue me, I'm sorry. Get a toilet cleaner, whatever they're called, with bleach in it. It works so much better, especially if your toilet gets like calc and stuff in it. Nothing works better. I'm so sorry. Also, put that same like toilet cleaner inside the bowl that holds your toilet brush. That's gonna keep things a lot cleaner and more hygienic. And for the love of God, change your toilet brush if you have not done that in a few years. Next up, you can get those little lavender bags and put them inside of your closet. It really helps to keep moths away, but it also keeps your closet smelling really good. And it's natural, and you can also make it yourself, so it can be really inexpensive. The only thing is you have to shake them every once in a while for them to keep like oozing out the scent. Also, if you're using a sponge for cleaning the dishes, I highly recommend switching them out for one of these kinds of brushes. They are so much more hygienic. Like the sponges are filled with bacteria. It's disgusting. And I feel like the brushes work so much better. Your hands don't get wet. They're also great for cleaning. They're just amazing. I highly recommend. Last but not least, get those vacuum sealed bags or those zipped like boxes. IKEA has them. I'll have pictures on the screen, but get those for your bedding that you're not using, so your extra sheets, so you can keep those really clean. And you can do the same things with your out of season clothing to keep them nice and fresh, and also prevent like any spiders or anything like that to get in there. Alrighty guys, that is it for this video. I'm gonna let you go because this drilling is driving me insane and I really hope you cannot hear it. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe and check out my social media if you want to connect more. And again, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you very soon.